Okay, I thought she refused my call. She's at work. Can't chat in voice. Alright. So, I'm wondering if Dessdai is just heated right now, or maybe she's stressed out from work, or what's going on. I don't want to. I keep saying this. I don't want to hate the staff. I don't. I don't want to disrespect the staff. Not because it's a rule, because they take the time to talk to me. For those who do, and I appreciate that. But I mean, I'm talking in a group chat with her and Marcus, and they always said they appreciated my opinions and me talking out about stuff, but I don't I don't think so anymore. Like, I'm not sure where it all went wrong. I mean, Dessdai, again, respect to her, she's really gullible. She's really, really gullible. She believes someone who was hacking the game got his account hacked. She unbanned him, and then in the same day we caught him duplicating money. Like, she fell for that. There's a screenshot in here of her falling for someone saying I was talking shit about her, and I said that's not true. I mean, why do I need to talk behind your back if I can talk to you right now? Say you must talk the most shit about how you corrupt you are, and how you must have took payment to unban Shay. Like, in what video did I ever say that? And y'all can see, if y'all go to the public chat. Well, public chat for East Brickton, where's that at? Oh, and mind you, I invited her to my Discord server, so instead of getting like screenshots and everyone else's word from everyone, oh, she already banned me. No way. She literally already did it. How can you review a 20-page document, a 30-minute video? Hold on, a 30-minute video, screenshots, paragraphs of text, and then she goes around screenshotting. She's not even reading any of this, really. She's not even reading any of it. How are you gonna say you value my opinion but you don't care what I have to say, when the proof is at your fingertips and you choose to ignore it? She's sitting in PD right now saying that PD's not doing anything wrong. There's 20 pages. People are adding new pages. They're telling you what's wrong. They're telling you piece by piece, and you're ignoring it. Why? You're at work, you're stressed out for whatever reason. Why are you focused on East Brickton now? What is going on? And I talk about, PD's not following rules. Maybe we should stop following rules too, and go attack PD and as a result. Maybe then they'll see that following rules is important, because we've been doing it for a while. A lot of us, the community, tries to, but PD, I've proven, doesn't do it. They don't have to. They're immune. And now they have Dessdai on their side too, because they recruited her in there and she's blindfolded to it. She's seeing it from their side, but she's not seeing it from our side. She's not seeing it from our side. What are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to now text Marcus and go call Marcus while he's developing on the game? He has a lot of stuff to do. As many DMs as I have here of people telling me stuff, like telling me stuff about East Brickton, about PD, or asking me for help in the game, As many DMs I have here, Marcus has 10 times as much. 10 times as much. What is she doing? Oh, Marcus is talking in here now. I hope to God that he joins, or that he watches the video, or maybe he reads the document. I mean, I don't know if he did, but Dessdai told me herself that she would send it to him. She gave me 2 days to write the document, and I gave her 17 pages in return. It seems to not matter. I'm already banned, but she's at work. How did you review anything? Bro, I'm so sick of this faction trying to rob a cop at the police station, then crying about PD not following game rules. So is this where it starts? Is this where I get called names? I get made fun of by the staff? Is this how it started with Krank and them all? I'm talking to you. I'm not talking behind your back. I'm talking to you. And even in the screenshot, I date the time that Dessdai tells me that I'm not allowed to do this. I dated it. That's why it's in the document. November 9th. We were counseled recently that the exterior of police station is also a green zone. Even without guns, they cannot be kidnapped. This still shows example of no gun fear from most officers. This scenario happened before November 9th of last month. You could say that yeah, that's wrong, but you can't convince new players to understand every single rule. They have to learn it, and that takes time. And for me, in my case, when I reported this, because they didn't report me for it, no officer reported me for green zone or anything like that. But she told me more so about the rules, and I listened. I didn't do this again. I don't understand how like, is this really where it starts? This is a screenshot of me planning a peaceful protest. I was mad because I did like a bomb threat roleplay, because I was teaching a new group coming to the game how far you can go with roleplay, how people are going to respond to it, what you should and shouldn't do. And I wanted PD to take part in that, because I thought they would actually roleplay. They just didn't. So they're screenshotting me talking about this, and then I say that I'm going to be doing a peaceful protest instead. And I even tell Dessdai in the same conversation below, because again, I invited her so she can see all of it. And hold on, where's it at? I say, this is what is planned. No set date yet, but I'm dedicated to changing the game for the better. This will be like the MLK March with speeches. I was on call with someone, and then they told me, because I can't talk to Marcus all the time, they told me that Marcus wanted people to roleplay in the game. To roleplay more than just the screens, because the screens is for roleplay. You know, you don't take pictures and then use those, like, how to say it? Like, if you went to an event, the pictures of the event aren't more important than the event itself. It's the event, it's the experience you had. It's that the Tavion Cole event wasn't important because of the photos that was sent. Yes, that was shared, but those photos happened because the event happened, because he got shot up. Don't get me wrong, it's crazy that, you know, that parties get shot up as much as they do, but those events are what promote the game. Doesn't that make sense? Doesn't that make sense? They talked about how other staff was making me feel uncomfortable, about how making me feel uncomfortable, making me feel like I'm not welcome. Does it start from Dessdai and Marcus? I don't want to believe that. They plan to have a Yuma member infiltrate EBPD. Yeah, we did. We tried, because there wasn't a rule on EBPD not being allowed, or faction members not being allowed in EBPD. That rule came out in November. We started the faction in September. 2 months before. On top of the rule of the member limit of 30 people, right? Please read those screenshots and see the fact that they're okay with scamming. So when I made this 30-minute video and I explained that the guy was trying to pay a minor for a voice reveal, they didn't watch it. But Marcus is commenting on my videos telling that he wants to see more. And why are they still talking? Why are they trashing my name? I invited them to the Discord server so they can see every bit of evidence, because they get secondhand screenshots from people. They don't even get the actual evidence themselves sometimes. It's like they're just gullible. They're really gullible. They believe pretty much anything that's being said. Ace, Nick, Marcus, Love. Does it say TikTok? Oh, this is on my own channel. Yeah. Okay. That's one. So I even say in here, well, I guess the first at message, I'm not sure why they sent this, but Mr. Boot is having some success with his group. My thoughts are to organize new members under captains as group. Oh, why did they add this? At everyone, I'm also considering sponsoring the creation of a school. It will be a faction disguised as a school where the majority will be about teaching the game and the systems to people, but it will also be another group under us to get more official perks, maybe some special benefits. So this makes sense. Quid pro quo, right? I was going to sponsor a group to teach people the game, because there are many people on here who don't understand a lot about the game, who don't know the features, like you can go work out at the gym. I didn't know that for a very long time until I got beat up by some buff dude, and I asked him, how the heck did you beat me up and you're like Hulk right now? Well, he went to the gym. I didn't even know that was a thing. So why not teach people that exists? Doesn't it make sense? I think I said that on a call too with them, and they just didn't do it. They're more focused on trash talking me than they are changing the game for the better. I'm not asking for much. When I say PD is causing problems, I'm not asking for the entirety of PDs to change all at once. What I need is just for leadership to come up with some kind of roleplay that teaches them more events, more about like event style things. They're being trained to deathmatch. They're being trained to just win fights, to shoot people. That isn't the point of the police department. That's not. The point of the police department is to de-escalate situations and give justice, or however you see it. I work as a prison officer. My goal is not to kill all the inmates I have in the prison. It's to rehabilitate them. I don't know, man. I don't know. Is this really where it starts? Like, am I the next Krank? I'm not even staff. I thought about being staff for a while. I thought maybe I could help with the tickets or be in game, but I also considered that if I became staff, people would call me corrupt. That maybe I would fall down the line, and I skirted that line. I made sure to stay outside of it. I don't wanna become staff because I don't want to be involved in every little detail. I want to be a part of the media. I want to be something that teaches people about stuff, something that talks about the drama. If there's people cheating the game, I want to expose them for cheating the game, and I'm not welcome. I'm not welcome. He said, "Nice. Are you free? I'm about to call you." Well, I mean, I just called Dessdai and she ignored me. She told me she was at work. I mean, it is Tuesday, noon-ish. Already completed. Yeah, let's calm ban this fucker. I know, I don't care. I didn't read the rest of this because I mean, it's just weird. And you see how he's trash talking me. I have bandages along my legs. For anyone that doesn't know, I mean, probably a lot of you didn't know, I had surgery, I think to date probably a week ago, and I cannot walk at all. Like I'm unable to walk completely. For the next month and a half, I have to just lay in bed and that's all. I don't even have a wheelchair right now because I never thought this would happen. So, you know, for example, when I go to use the restroom, I can't walk there. I have to be carried, or if no one's home, I have to drag myself along the floor, right? And they're making fun of me for that when I opened up to them. I only sent them this image because Ace was coming after me for my faction 2 days after it was reopened. He didn't even give me the time to actually develop the screen. More than just taking one photo of myself and posting that, and not learning how to make the screens. I took the time. I sat down on call with people for hours. I watched videos, and you guys have seen the proof in the thread yourself. I kept the first photo despite despite what anyone else has said about the first screen that I posted as a new one. Even though it was bad, even though the blend was too rough and the edges looked weird and the chat came from recording, and I didn't entirely roleplay the text because I didn't think about that. It didn't make sense to make up it doesn't make sense to make up false roleplay and then post that and then act like I'm doing everybody a favor. It's just lying at the end of the day. It's blatant lying. And I kept that photo to show where I started and that I was actually trying to learn. I posted the next screen of myself. I had Gecko, or no, I didn't make Gecko post in there. He chose to post in there. But he posted in there because he cared about the group, and then of course he backdoors us later on. But that's something else. Look at him. He's zooming in on my feet. He sees the walker in the background. How does this make sense? Every toenail is nasty as shit. I can't reach my toes right now. At the moment, I'm struggling to even be able to do this. And he's making fun of me. And it was, what was it? Like a few days ago, they told me that they cared about my opinions, that they cared about me personally. I didn't want to put the video I put in the new video that I made that the video was copyrighted. It's not really copyrighted. The video that I was playing in the background was actually about suicide. For anyone that's wondering, it was about suicide. You know, some of us, excuse me. Some of us go through hard times in life, all right? And sometimes you just need something to hold on to, no matter how hard things get. I'm not talking about EB and all that, but you know, life outside. I didn't want to show that. So I did the best I could with what I had. Anyways, this is the call that they had with me.
We don't have an issue with the advertisement. I'm trying to look for where they archived his faction. I was explaining to him that it is disheartening that, you know, certain staff members in the community have made him feel like he's not wanted here in his faction, and the roleplay he's trying to bring on his end isn't welcome, and that people are kind of beefing against him just because he has an online opinion and things like that. That's kind of where we're talking and basing off.
So going off of that, the archiving happened. I'm gonna skip through this.
Can do shit, and they haven't done shit since.
He's talking about call-libs and the other staff didn't do anything.
And it's hard when you have one person. Sorry, Marcus. It's hard when you have one person kind of doing everything. They're gonna have their own, you know.
Searching the text within the post.
No, he just has an ego. He's just a dickhead. You know, some of these motherfuckers.
I think they're talking about how staff can have an ego sometimes, and that it's not all ill will.
He's the only one.
That they're overwhelmed. I think the video
It
player is
stands
stuck.
in probably looking. Or got 40 grand. Like
He paid college 40
sometimes
grand
money
for
isn't the
develop,
motive.
and then he paid. So I didn't know this. The community didn't know this. He paid college $40,000, and college didn't do any work. If I had known that when I made the video about college being fired, I would have added that in, and I would have probably shamed college for taking so much money. I own my own startup company. It's not the best. It don't make a lot of money, but I have staff too. I have staff that I pay too, and they actually do work. Like they try. They try. They don't take $1,500 a month and then sit around and do nothing. I'm surprised Marcus actually paid him that, knowing he wasn't doing anything. Like how do you let all that money sink out of your bank account, but you don't realize it? Maybe a subscription or two, but not $1,500.
Vader. Sometimes already done it after this week. Like we're gonna have weekly, performances to make sure everyone's kind of doing their shit.
Weekly performances, but who does that include? Does that include just the staff, or does that include PD as well? I mean, as of right now, we all know PD doesn't get held accountable by anybody. There's no performance tracker for them. The staff do their best, with what they got. I'm not saying here or there. I do have my grievances, but when people have to wait in game for like an hour when there's someone already in the game who's playing around, talking and stuff, and just ignoring it, that's the problem.
On top of what we are,
is Marcus started having a different vision for East Brickton.
I
that
think
was
just
it.
talking
That
about
other
staff.
people, whatever escape other people may have, I once used this game as the same escape.
You hear
So
that?
that's kind of the mentality that I got going through it. I know motherfuckers gonna be mad. I know motherfuckers gonna have things to criticize and hate, and I know it's gonna be extremely toxic. But at the end of the day, I think as long as we're providing a space for people to have fun and express themselves, I have no issue.
And this is the same 11/26, a week. I was right. It's a week ago. And this is the same person who's making fun of me because I can't walk no more. Because I'm going through suicide, and he don't fucking care. They don't fucking care.
Oh, yeah.
Little do people.
Maybe instead of like an official faction where all of your fans are joining it, maybe let that be.
They're talking about how YouTubers are coming to the game, and what we can do. And I said that if a faction has a lot of members, then the leader can just be responsible for all of them. You can give people a chance. The leaders would be more like people who understand the game better, and they would teach the others how to play. My example for this is because last night I recruited someone. It was a girl, and mind you, they removed the female chat from East Brickton because it just wasn't providing a safe space for them. I provided that safe space for my members, right? But whenever they make mistakes, like for example, let me find it here. So the girl, she's completely new to the game, and I know this is a minor too. But she's being catcalled, right? And I said, Gator, can you help with that? As in, can you go protect her to make sure she doesn't keep getting catcalled, and then she quits the game? And she goes, by the gas station. Well, mobile lit fits. And I go, whoa, hold on. And I said, wait a minute. Where's it at? I said it here somewhere. I might have deleted it at this point just in case. But I told her that when you tell someone locations like this and you call them over, it's actually just metagaming. No, I don't think that was the scene. Maybe it's a different point. Yeah, see, right here. She said another cat caller. Where? I'm coming. Where you at? By the community center. Right? That's metagaming. And I said, so metagaming is when you tell people info/call for help without in-game explanation. And then she says, oh, oops. She doesn't even know about this metagaming rule. She doesn't know. Remy, uka feme pot ma pale kunya. Sorry, I had to cut off my parents talking and have them close my door because I can't close it myself. Can't fucking walk, right? So she doesn't know about metagaming. She doesn't even know that's a rule. So I'm teaching her the rule as it happens. And I said, try to add people's numbers on the phone in game. As long as you text call, that can be in character explanation, or if they're literally watching it happen, right? Give people a chance. You don't have to be so strict as in, oh, they broke a rule and then they get banned, but then they also get banned from the faction that's teaching them how to play. Give them a chance. Give people a chance to come in and learn how to play. That's where we all started.
Be a separate group Kers because of DMers that are, you know, really
then
in depth and
here's the
mature
video.
and enjoy the game for the mature reasons.
I started watching this when I was somewhat in the military and I was going through it. I just found this video by chance. It was recommended to me, and why do we think that is, right? Recommended to me, and I went to this when they were tangenting. They were going off on a tangent and kind of ignoring what I was talking about. Because like when they do that, it doesn't get fixed. And I said that respectfully. You guys do go on a tangent sometimes, and I feel like it's not gonna solve the problem that I'm talking about. I don't want to sit here for, you know, well, I mean, I do, because they're giving me their time, but this is 53 minutes. If you add these 2 minutes together, it's 53 minutes. This wasn't necessary. It could have been 10 minutes, or it could have been through text, but
for the roleplay reasons.
I didn't want to add this.
Find different ways to do things that please people in the community. Everything that you need it to become a...
Okay, if you have questions, DM me.
So he might not have done it himself. And then here's my old screens. I kept these two as memories, so people know that I'm changing. I'm learning. I'm developing. The thread is about development. Let's keep the development in there, and let's show people that, you know, you can learn. You can learn. You don't have to already have been in a faction to learn about factions. You can learn as long as people are willing to help you. That's the whole point of my faction. When they're screenshotting stuff, making fun of me and talking about the things I wanted to do. Like, she screenshotted my like upper staff leadership chat. At this point, I don't really care to hide it. I try to give people like responsibility after a little time to be a leader, to become like I guess in charge of stuff, to become somebody, right? She just left the server. I don't know why. She said, why they ban you at Yuma Blood? See, people are texting me asking me why I got banned. Why did I get banned? I asked Dessdai. She told me she was at work, so I think she just lied. I said, I won't question your decision. It wouldn't be possible to avoid work for the game anyhow, but at the very least, give your decision 24 hours, and if you still agree with it, then there's nothing I can do. I said this because when you're at work and you're stressed out and you have a lot of stuff to do, how can you possibly make a decision like this? Maybe she's looking at me like I'm some player, I'm a nobody, but the community has been behind me for the past couple of months. When I talk about things, they at least listen to me. Yes, people troll, but it's the fact that we're able to learn from each other, to communicate, that things get changed. And I'm asking the upper staff, because a lot of these dudes, they quit East Brickton. I mean, he commented back, but he hasn't come back to the game. Mr. Buddha got banned, and he got banned for doxing. But when he sent the screenshot saying I doxed them, I asked him why did he do it, because I didn't know he was doing this. If I had known, I would have stopped him. Faisal quit the game. Pari quit the game. Well, Faisal came back like last night because I begged him to at least try so he can teach new people. Pari hasn't been here for a long time. He moved on to another game, and it's a shame, because these are people that I trusted a lot, and I'm not shaming them at all, but that's my point. That's my point, bro. And when I said there's a lot of people in my faction, I took the time to organize the people. If you see retired here, these are all people who quit the game. We've been out for 3 months. There's been 108 people who've come in here and have quit the game already. I'm barely holding on to 49. There's 11 people that I trust at most. People that have shown that they're dedicated to helping. These are just people who are probably new, who probably don't do much of anything at all. It's gonna move into here next. 108 people quit the game. And people talk about quitting the game in my comment section. I never wanted people to quit the game. Maybe in the beginning when I was being pushed around by staff and I was being told to go tell Marcus or being laughed at and stuff, I thought maybe I should quit the game. And I did submit a refund request for my money through PayPal because that's what I paid through. But instead of locking in my decision like Dessdai just did right now when I don't have time to think about it, I gave it time to think about it. I gave them a chance. I was banned for like a week when I submitted that refund request. I could have sent that as proof for why I needed my money back. I didn't send it. Instead, I waited for the unbanned and I tried again. And then I tried again and I tried again and I tried again. And then I canceled the refund. Right? So in here, I'm talking about how I wanted to start a Goodwill insurance company. Because some people in my group, they tell me that they get arcade or there's a hacker flying around and they lost all their stuff. Or they got sent into the A jail for something they didn't do. And they lost their stuff. And then they're having a hard time getting it back. It's not just us. It's not just me. I've been through that. I know what it's like. It's a lot of people. A lot of people can go through this at some point. And I said, as long as they send me videos, or at least some kind of proof that happened, then I'm gonna take my own money and I'm gonna make sure they can keep playing the game. I'll take care of them. And then she tells me this ruins the economy of East Brickton. So I'm ruining the economy by refunding people what they lost, what they unfairly lost, but you guys giving $1 million and 2.5 million for one race with maybe at 2 to 3 laps, because I was there, I watched it happen. You paid 2.5 million to one person. You're telling me that I'm ruining the economy. And then she tells me that protesting the police department for them openly breaking the rules is just stupid. She's telling me that I'm gonna get banned or jailed. Martin Luther King, the people who protested in his march, they didn't all get sprayed down by the police. Yes, there was a lot of pushback, but they made a difference. That's the point of the protest. The protest is to have them start following rules because they're immune. And now with Dessdai and Marcus making fun of me for just being who I am, there's no one else I can go to. There's no one else I can go to. At this point, I'm willing to blacklist this faction. We've already been blacklisted. I talked to you about the blacklist. It didn't make sense. He's screenshotting the document, but he didn't even read it. He didn't even look at the dates that were provided in the document. This is Dessdai telling me. Dessdai told me this. She told me this. And for us to get the one guy banned, it took 7 of us to get banned. To make that happen. That's why. That proved to PD that they're not completely immune. That someone is going to hold them accountable. I don't know, man. I just want to say this. If y'all are going through a hard time, just find something. Excuse me. Find something to hold on to. And if it's East Brickton you're holding on to, and you can't afford to play the game for what you got in there, come talk to me. I'm gonna take care of you.